From the banks of the Ohio River, welcome to Cincinnati, everybody. It's a carnival atmosphere here on Armed Forces Day as your Seattle Mariners, first place in the American League West, take on a charter member of the National League, the Cincinnati Reds. In Game 2 of a 3-game set today, Felix Hernandez goes against John Lamb, and we take a look at the starting batting order for the Mariners this afternoon.
And with the lefty on the mound, a couple of changes in the lineup, and we'll start with Kyle Seager moving up in the lineup. Kyle last night 2 for 4 with an RBI. How about Nelson Cruz, his 9th home run last night, but more importantly 250th of his career. Nelson Cruz starting to heat up. Dae-Ho Lee coming off the bench last night, 2 for 2 with a home run and 3 RBIs. And Leonys Martin will hit 8th today. Leonys last night on base 4 times, 2 for 2, including a couple of walks. And we'll take a look at the numbers for John Lamb. He has struggled so far. 5.79 ERA in 14 innings, 8 strikeouts, 6 walks. Opponents hitting .316. He's given up 1 home run. Take a look at the defense for the Reds this afternoon. Change in right field. Jay Bruce, a late scratch, so Tyler Holt will get the start in right field. At third base, you have Suarez. 9 errors on the year for him. DeJesus getting the start at shortstop. Cozart, the regular shortstop, out today, so DeJesus will get the job at short. And Tucker Barnhart will do the catching. He's thrown out 29% of would-be base stealers this year. Take a look at the last start for John Lamb. Lost to the Indians, went 4 innings, 10 hits, 7 earned runs. Tough outing for him. A couple of walks. He threw 80 pitches.
Well, the weather conditions significantly better than yesterday when we had a 45-minute rain delay. Sun trying to break through the clouds here in Cincinnati.
We'll take a closer look at Lamb. He has a fastball. You can see opponents hitting .344. He'll be right around 90 miles an hour with that. Uses his cutter quite a bit. 84 miles on his cutter, hitting .273, and his changeup at 73 miles an hour.
We are ready for action here in Cincinnati. Great American ballpark. Home plate umpire today, Tony Randazzo. Dan Bellino at first, Adam Hamari at second, and Tom Hallions at third. Here's Ketel Marte to lead things off. 3 for 14 here on the road trip. First pitch from the lefty Lamb is in there for a strike. 63 degrees here at 4:12 first pitch time.
For Lamb on the year, he's going to use his fastball cutter combination 78% of the time, so the guys are going to get a good look at him. And again, he is a fly ball pitcher as he pops this one up to first. Good ballpark to hit in. Hopefully a couple of those fly balls will fly out like they did last night for the Mariners.
Baldy Cruz hit leaves the old Jellystone Park line. I mean, that thing was killed.
That was fun to watch.
There's Kyle Seager. 5 for 12 on this road trip. Mariners 3-1.
So for the Reds, not quite putting shift on, but DeJesus playing towards the middle. Suarez playing even with the bag at third.
Good look at the numbers for Kyle Seager. And it's smacked up the middle for a base hit. First hit of the ball game.
Then we'll take a look at the swing by Kyle. This looks like it's the cut fastball, trying to get it to the outside corner. Ends up in the middle of the plate, right at the bottom of the strike zone.
There's Joey Votto, first baseman for the Reds. Hitter now is going to be Robinson Cano, the major league leader in runs batted in with 37, going up against 25-year-old John Lamb. Robbie, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. 12 home runs, tied for second. Mark Trumbo took the lead last night with his 13th. Terrific month of May. Robbie facing John Lamb, 6'4", 205. Born in La Palma, California, lives in Laguna Hills, California. He's got some sports family in his background. And Mike, you might be familiar with this. His grandfather, John Ramsey, was the PA announcer at Dodger Stadium from '58 to '84, and also did Rams, Raiders, Trojans, USC, Angels, Kings, and Lakers. And I can always remember hearing John Ramsey, number 15, Davy Lopes. John Ramsey was, I think, the sports voice of L.A. along with Vin Scully and Chick Hearn. Here's the 0-2 to Robbie. Catcher's Tucker Barnhart. On deck, Nelson Cruz. It has been a blast watching Seager, Cano, and Cruz swing the bat these last few weeks.
All of them hot together?
Together, yeah. I'm telling you. 2-2. The great thing about Cano, pole to pole. He is when swinging the bat. He's hitting it hard all over the yard. He was behind early. Now he's worked a full count.
One of the things that'll be interesting to see what the Mariners lineup will do when they see the changeup from Lamb. We showed you the average, just 273, but they're slugging .636 off of his changeup.
Can't wait to get to the plate. Here's a 3-2, a throw over to first. John Lamb coming over from Kansas City in the Johnny Cueto trade last July. Brendan Finnegan, a left-hander. Cody Reed came along with him. Cueto helps KC win the World Series, now with the Giants, who are streaking. Giants start today 25-19, up 3.5 on Colorado and the Dodgers. Mariners today a game and a half up on Texas, 5.5 on the Angels, 6 on Oakland, and 8 on last place Houston. Robbie works a walk. Good setup for the Mariners. 1 out, 2 on, brings up Nelson Cruz.
And we'll take a look at the rest of the pitches. I mentioned the changeup and the slugging at .636. Look at this curveball. Hitting .333, but slugging .667 off of his curveball, and his fastball has been knocked around the yard pretty good. But he rarely throws his curveball. If he throws 100 pitches, you probably only see 6 or 7 curveballs out of him. Uses his changeup about 16% of the time on the year.
Monster home run last night by Cruz off of Jumbo Diaz. Ball 1. Elliott 4-game hitting streak, 6 for his last 15.
And I ended up back at the room last night watching some highlights. There were a number of long home runs hit yesterday, including Nelson Cruz. He hit it up in that walkway that you're looking at.
5th longest last night.
We'll take a look at it. That's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and didn't quite get it to the outside corner. Missed his spot at Nelson Cruz with no stride at all. Hits it all the way into the upper deck as it goes into the walkway.
The T-shirt's going to look good. Jumbo this. 1-2.
Pretty good changeup.
And home run for Nelly last night, number 250 of his career.
One of the strange things in last night's ball game is you look at the Mariners scoring 8 runs, but they were only 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position.
Go figure, right?
Well,
be able to score all those runs. And
we talked about the Reds bullpen, and right now coming in today they have a 6.76 ERA, the worst in baseball, and it's because they're walking guys. They hit Cano a couple of times, and then of course the home runs by Cruz and Daeho Lee. Falling behind in counts, good hitters counts, trouble.
2 home runs last night adds to the total 29 home runs 7th inning or later.
Their bullpen this year has given up 36 home runs.
2-2. Full count.
Dae-Ho Lee waiting on deck.
Lamb spent most of last year AAA, Omaha and Louisville. Combined 10-2 record. Pitch to Nelly. Fouled off. Lamb a PCL All-Star last year. Two on and a 3-2 pitch to Cruz. Took a lot off it. Hit off the end of the bat. Votto gets Cano at second. The Mariners will have runners at the corners. Two outs.
And now it's on the changeup. He's able to keep it down, so Nelson hits it off the end of the bat, and we'll get the force out.
Brings up Dae-Ho Lee. I specifically asked Scott Service about him. He said Edgar nailed it. He says he uses the entire field, and said last night, he says, you know, that home run, he's not looking to hit a home run. He's just looking to put it in play and put a really good swing on it. But I think his first at bat was even better, right? When he gets that single one the other way, knocks it.
Bases loaded situation. We were talking about it when he walked to the plate. He had a chance to see Nelson Cruz's at bat, and he took advantage of it. Knew he was going to get a fastball, probably going to be middle away. Didn't try to do too much of it with it, and lined it into right field.
Yeah. Edgar said he has, and obviously he has a ton of experience, but between Edgar and Service, they were talking about he has a great sense of the moment. Says you're not going to get it done all the time, but he's getting it done now. It's good for him and good for the ball club. Off the fist. Six home runs and 12 runs batted in limited duty.
And once again, another starting pitcher throwing 21 pitches here in the first, 12 strikes.
It's got to be the off the top of my head. I mean, the last 10 games, the starters in the first inning have been throwing easy 20 plus pitches a first inning.
I would agree with that. And if they don't in the first, they probably will in the second.
Right. 1-2 to Lee. Bounced up there.
And that is exactly what people are talking about when they talk about the length of the lineup. You can't pick as a pitcher really to pick and choose a guy here and there, pitch around him because I'll get the next guy. Well, the next guy will put a good at bat on you too, and it's all the way down through the 8 hitters here in the National League ballpark. Although I guess I should put Felix in there too.
He would demand it.
As far as American League pitchers in National League play, he's the only one that says he has a grand slam.
That's right. There he is. Third consecutive 3-2 count. This one hit the other way, and Votto reaches out and touches it. Gets the out, and that'll do it. Mariners threaten, don't score. We're underway. Felix taking them out against the Reds when we come back. Everybody, as he bids for his 4th win on the season, let's take a look at the Reds batting order that he'll face today.
And it starts with their leadoff hitter, Billy Hamilton, one of the fastest guys in the National League, 8 out of 10 in stolen bases. Brandon Phillips, the cleanup hitter, had an RBI double in last night's ball game. Suarez leads the team with 9 home runs, hitting behind Phillips. Then Tucker Barnhart last night, 3 for 4 in last night's ball game. Felix Hernandez, 8 starts on the year, a 2.47 ERA. In 51 innings, he has 42 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just .206 against Felix. Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. A couple of changes. Gutierrez getting the start in left field. Kyle Seager has been really solid at third base, as Cadell Marte has. Chris Iannetta is going to do the catching. Dae-Ho Lee at first base.
First pitch, Kyle Seager about 10-15 feet in on the grass at third for Hamilton, who's got extraordinary speed. 1-0 pitch.
And we really saw that last night when he robbed Adam Lind of a double, extra base hit, and an RBI. Covered a lot of ground to get to the line drive that Adam hit out in left center field.
Second time Felix is seeing the Cincinnati Reds. June 19th, 2010. We're in the win, complete game, 1 run, 5 hits, a walk, 9 Ks. Ground ball right to Cano. One away.
We'll take another look at Felix on his average and velocity on his pitches. Let's start with the fastball. Opponent's hitting .284. Fastball right around 90 miles an hour. His changeup best pitch in baseball. Only 148 average. That'll be about 87. And of course his curveball, he's used that quite a bit this year. Just a 150 average. And the slider at 214. So Felix and his off-speed pitches have been excellent this year.
One away, that'll bring up Tyler Holt. Late add to the lineup. Jay Bruce came down with a left knee issue. One to one the count. Opponent's hitting just .206 against Felix. Hard luck loser last time against the Angels. And a couple other hard luck losses. That opener down in Texas. And the other game he played, his first game at the Angels in late April. Back with a strike.
Yeah, if you look at his line against the Angels, it was much better than the 3 earned runs. He went 7 1/3, gave up 7 hits, but he had 9 strikeouts. And when he left the game, he'd given up the 1 run. A couple of runners on in the bullpen gave up those runs for him. So he ended up with 3 earned runs in the ball game.
I can hear some Mariner fans.
I don't think it would be difficult for you to find some Felix Hernandez jerseys in the stands, even though we're in Cincinnati. Yeah, we see them all over the place.
Reds in camo. Salute to Armed Forces Day. This is also dual bobblehead day honoring Ken Griffey Jr. 2-2 pitch. Here comes Martin. Got a really good jump. There's 2 down.
Take a closer look at Felix's changeup. Again, the league is hitting 148 off of it this year. But if you compare his changeup this year to last year, the one you have to go right to is the changeup down in the zone. Last year, 64%, much better this year at 74%. It's the reason why he has such a high ground ball rate with his changeup. So if he needs a double play, look for him to go to the changeup often.
This is one of just 2 starters in a lineup that have previously seen Felix. This is Joey Votto. Joey and Brandon Phillips is on deck. They were in that game back in 2010. Votto's had a great career, but this season has been as bad a start as he's ever had.
It's been a struggle for him. Coming into the game hitting just .210.
He has been the offensive weapon his entire tenure here with the Reds. He had a career best 37 home runs, hitting .324 back in the 2010 season. That's when he last saw Felix. Swing and a miss. Votto goes down on strikes, and Felix on the board with his first K. And some Mariner fans can hear him with the K chant. Second inning coming up from the Queen City. Time for the Big Fish Casino Big Catch, and the true definition of the phrase big catch. Mike, this was sensational.
Take a look at Adam Lind. He's been swinging the bat better. He gets an elevated fastball and hits it hard into the gap. And another look at Hamilton as he makes the diving effort. He was all the way over in right center field, had to cover a lot of ground, and then the leap at the end. Straley, the starting pitcher, liked it. Adam Lind, not so much. Taking a base hit and an RBI away from him.
No question about that as Chris Iannetta leads off, looks at a strike. Iannetta, Gutierrez, and Martin 6, 7, and 8. Lamb a quick worker through 25 pitches first inning. Off the end of the bat, Squibber. Tough break for Chris.
We've seen that a couple of times now. Nelson Cruz too on the changeup. Both times the changeup. The last changeup at 74 miles an hour. Get Franklin Gutierrez going today, Dave. What do you say?
Roger that. Well, Goody was put in just some fantastic numbers. You know about what he did last year. Had some really good moments in the spring. This is his 26th ball game. And he's still on the interstate at 176. To Goody. Got one home run. It was back on May 10th against Tampa Bay. Phillips. Oh, what a play. Come on. That dude. Fine play.
And we'll take a look at it. Franklin Gutierrez hits this ball on the button. I thought maybe when it came up in the air it would get past him because Phillips was already in the dive, but he makes a nice adjustment with his glove. Throws from his knees to get out Franklin Gutierrez.
Well done. What's a brother got to do to get a hit?
When things aren't going your way, that's typically what happens. You're putting other guys on highlight films, and it's frustrating, trust me. But Franklin hit the ball hard, so hopefully he'll be able to do that a couple more times today and check in with a base hit.
And when he's been going well, he's been hitting it the right side.
Well, watching his batting practice, probably over the last week, he's really doing a nice job staying that way. So hopefully that's a good sign.
Ooh, Martin down the line. That's going to stay fair. It is gone. A home run for Leonys Martin. That's his 8th home run, and he's using Nelson Cruz's bat, his 2nd homer, with a boomstick. At 34 ounces, 32 inches. Oh my goodness, he killed that.
Screaming line drive.
Oh.
And already, here we are on May 21st, and he's tied a career high in a season for home runs with his 8th. And this is a fastball. It's not too bad, inner half. But he barrels it up and hits a line drive out of here.
And remember, we were talking about him swinging so hard. He went to the heavier bat, the Nelly bat. I got it backwards, 32 ounces, 34. And he said that he'd been swinging so doggone hard he had to slow it down a touch. There you go. He hit the home run in Baltimore. Now this one.
Going with a little heavier bat.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, if you look at it as Felix grounds out to second, if you look at it, he's homered in 3 of the last 4 games.
Take it. Early lead, Mariners 1-0. Jen and Bill, thank you very much. Felix Hernandez, 1-0 lead. He's ahead in the count, 0-1 to Brandon Phillips. You got some exit speeds for us?
Exit velocity on that home run was 108 miles an hour. Now, to put that into context, the home run that Nelson Cruz hit into the upper deck in the walkway we showed earlier, that exit velocity was at 107. So Martin, your center fielder, who again has homered in 3 of the last 4 games, 108. That's turning it around on a line.
Launch angle 18 degrees. 2-1 here to Phillips. Up the middle, Cano playing right there. Series wraps up tomorrow. Then we come home. CenturyLink brings you Wade Miley. He's been throwing really well lately. Fredo Simon will be his opponent. Wade's been working quick and throwing quality strikes. Good changeup. Fastball command's been good.
Been much better. You look at his last 3-4 outings, he's been much better. Has a chance to win his 5th ball game tomorrow. Simon has really struggled with an ERA over 10.
Eugenio Suarez, third baseman. Suarez in last night's game 0 for 3, runs scored. Good pitch by Felix, 0-2. Nice to see Sashi Iwakuma get win number 2 last night. 6 innings, 6 hit, 3-run ball. Felix feeling good. Strikes out Suarez, 2 down, a second strikeout. And he's getting a lot of turn in that windup, Mike. Really good rhythm.
Yeah, he is. He's getting a lot of turn, creating a little more velocity today. We've seen him 92, 93 miles an hour.
Next Friday, before we put on a fireworks display following the game, King Felix puts on a pitching display when he takes the hill against the Twins at 7:10. View it all from the King's Court for $35, which includes the famous yellow T and K card. Tickets at Mariners.com/Felix. First pitch to Adam Duvall, ball 1, left fielder. Play him straight away, infield and outfield. Nice play. Seager on the backhand. Got him. 1-2-3, second inning. Felix with his second strikeout. Fine play by Kyle Seager, and the Mariner fans, their apparel appropriate for the day. On the Martin home run in the second inning, we take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Train. Wrap it up here in Cincinnati tomorrow. Come home for the Athletics for a 3-game set. The struggling Minnesota Twins, 10-31, last place in American League Central. 2 games with San Diego, another last place team, and then go to San Diego and Texas. And that'll be, hopefully the Mariners will continue to rack up wins and extend the lead on the Rangers by the time we get back to Arlington.
Mariners ahead of the Rangers by a game and a half. How about the Rangers? They get Chu back, and then they have to take him out of the game in the 3rd because he pulls a hamstring.
Brutal. There's that changeup spinning like a top as Marte. He's gone. First strikeout for young John Lamb. Lamb now will face Kyle Seager, who got the first hit in the ball game. Single to center.
A couple of fun numbers for you when it consider Kyle Seager. We've talked about him and his power numbers, especially last year off of lefties. He's already done damage this year to him. Kyle, left on left, left-handed hitters in Mariners history against left-handed pitching. Kyle is already second on the list with 38 home runs. He's
Junior.
Passing Alvin Davis, behind Junior. Let's just say he has a little way to go. Junior at 127.
But nonetheless, that be that close to Junior in a category is impressive.
Right behind him, second. It'll take him a few years to catch him.
Well, you mentioned about the changeup. These guys have now seen it a few times.
Well, sometimes you have to go through the lineup one time, have a good look at them. I'm sure a number of the guys went back to look at some tape too.
2 strikes.
When you look at Lamb, though, he's going to use his fastball quite a bit with the cutter combination, and his changeup. Been a pretty good pitch for him so far today, so he may throw it a little bit more.
He's working from the third base side of the rubber, and the pitch inside. 2-2. Nelson Cruz to make that Robinson Cano on deck. Easy play for Votto. Third ball, Hayes handled cleanly. 2 away here in the third. Root Sports and moving 92.5, bringing you the first Mariners fireworks night of the season next Friday at 7:10. Enjoy fireworks display. Sing to your favorite songs in Mariners history, including Hip Hop Hooray and Louie Louie. Visit Mariners.com for tickets. Cano was behind in his first at bat. 0-2, worked the full count and then walked. Like one to Robbie.
And we saw it in Baltimore. Now the Reds are doing it too, having the shift on with Cano hitting.
He likes that pitch.
He's starting to mix in his curveball. He has a slow curveball. We've already seen it as low as 64 miles an hour. His average is at 67.
Cano hitting .242 against left-handers. .324 against right-handers. Here's the 1-2. He's got the count even. Landis Martin, home run, 2 outs in the second. The only run so far. Another full count. See if Robbie can get a base hit. 2 times up. He's worked out of a deficit in the count. Popped it up. Long run Hamilton. He's calling everybody off. He's there to make the 2-hand catch. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3 in the third. Carnival in town, and these boys having some fun here in Cincinnati on a very cloudy day. Some ominous clouds above, but they say we're going to be good for the afternoon. Billy Hatcher.
I think sometimes we take Kyle Seager for granted with his defense. Tough play in between hop as he backhands it, throws a strike across the diamond. And Dave, you mentioned right away what a good play that was. And you can see Kyle. Sometimes you have to get a little bit lucky too as Kyle walked off talking to himself. Normally Kyle on that play is going to be aggressive and come in and try to get a short hop. He hesitated a little bit, so he had to improvise and give up a little bit of ground, but his hands are so good he was still able to make the play. But a difficult play at that, and you can laugh about it now that you've made the play. But Kyle, one of the best in the business over there.
Ron DeJesus Jr., the hitter. Many of you remember his dad. Shortstop for the Dodgers, Cubs, Phillies, Cardinals, Yankees, Giants, and Detroit. 1977, he had the best defensive WAR of all shortstops.
Very good player. Played for a long time.
That he did. 1974 to 1988. Junior playing in his 23rd game. Swing and a miss. Got him. Felix's third strikeout of the afternoon.
Well, here in the early going, he has everything working for him. He's using all of his pitches. His fastball command has been excellent, and he's had a good fastball. As you take a look at this last pitch, there's the curveball. So far, just one fly out, 3 strikeouts, 3 ground ball outs.
See a pitch like that, a Neil Young song comes to mind. Helpless, helpless, helpless.
Sometimes it's fun to watch when Felix really has it working, and to watch the hitters as they're walking back to the dugout and their reaction to it. DeJesus right there nodding his head up and down.
(2-0) to Tucker Barnhart, switch hitting catcher. Went 3 for 4 last night, moving a run. Laid down a bunt against a shift in the 6th inning. Mariners were tilted over to the right. Said, you know what? See if I can get one down, and he did. Dae-Ho Lee for out number 2.
Take another look at the strikeout that Felix was able to get the start of the inning. Here it is. 12-6 curveball, 79 miles an hour. Tremendous downward motion on the curveball. And so when you look at the average and slugging on his different pitches, let's start with the curveball. A 150 average, opponent slugging just 275 against it. His changeup is ridiculous. Just a 148 average and slugging 164. Slider's been pretty good for him this year too. So his off-speed pitches, and he can throw them at any time, in any count, in any situation. One of the things that makes him so great. Tough on the hitters.
Fastball to Reds pitcher John Lamb, who's 0 for 3. Tall, rangy kid Lamb. 1-2. Off the plate, who's going to tell? Oh man, that thing died. Wow. That's better than wedge shots we've seen this year. Good grief, that thing just came to a stop.
And here you go. The number 9 hitter, the pitcher, right off the plate. Felix pointed Iannetta right away, and then the ball checks up, as you mentioned. And take another look at it. Watch Felix. He'll point right away, and then he tries to go get it, and then the ball just stops.
Oh my goodness. Pitchers aboard. Billy Hamilton lays down a bunt. It's gonna go foul. Man, he can run too. They had no chance.
And Kyle was playing in. If he deadens it over there, it's you have no chance on it at all. The one thing that I'm thinking about right now, when you look at the Reds and their struggles, and Felix on top of his game at the moment, I hope we don't go back and look at that base hit by the pitcher at the end of this one, because I think Felix could have a special game in front of him today, and I hope that one little infield number out in front of the plate doesn't cost him.
That ended a run of retiring the first 8 men that he'd faced.
And here you go again. You can see it just dies. Felix thought the ball was going to bounce one more time to him, and it just dies because of the backspin on it. And then here, this is the bunt down the line, ends up going foul. Kyle Seager right away letting him know, let it go.
Seager way in on the grass. There's a strike. 0-2 to Billy Hamilton, who grounded out to Cano his first time up. 1-0 on a Martin home run. 2 outs in the second inning. Here's the 0-2 to Hamilton. 1-2, 3 strikeouts, no walks for Felix. Here's the 1-2. Punch shot. Base hit. 2 men aboard, 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So he retires the first 8 men that he faces. The pitcher gets a checkup base hit on a pitch off the plate, and then Hamilton, behind 1-2, flicks one into left field. So now Tyler Holt stands in. 2 out, 2 on. Strike 1 to Holt, who fly it out to center his first time up. Pitcher John Lamb at second, Billy Hamilton at first. 0-1 to Holt. Such is the nature of baseball. The guy's just cruising, and you get about an 8-foot base hit.
And an excuse me swing.
Bingo.
Way,
oh,
hit.
come on.
Well, hopefully he can just make a couple of good pitches here and get out of the inning.
1-1.
Missed with a slider.
2-1 count here to Tyler Holt with Joey Votto on deck. Important pitch here, 2-1, 3-1. Joey Votto. Holt's been good in 2-out RBIs. And he draws a walk to load him up.
Mel Stottlemyre making a trip out to the mound. Felix was able to strike Votto out. Made a really good pitch with the fastball in the inside corner. Votto fouled it off and then put him away with the changeup.
Mel Jr. saying his piece.
The Reds have been pretty good in these situations this year, hitting .280 as a team with runners in scoring position.
Boy, that little squibber has given this team life here in the 3rd inning against Felix. 1-0 lead on the Martin homer in the 2nd. Joey Votto Struck out first time. 0-1. Marte playing behind the bag at second. Joey Votto, runners in scoring position with 2 outs at .364 batting average, 4-4-11 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. Two and 0.
Well, that's one of the things with Votto too, is he will make you throw it in the strike zone. Very good eye. Typically walks a lot.
Felix in a jam here, bases loaded. 2 outs, Joey Votto ahead in the count, 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Excellent changeup. Ran that right off the outside corner. You see the location on the EQC tracer. 2-0. Votto thinking he's going to get a fastball with the bases loaded, and he comes back with the changeup. Tremendous movement.
Votto starting this campaign a career .311 hitter with a career on base percentage of .423. Quality pitch needed here. Dribbler goes foul, 2-2.
Right back with the changeup again, almost in the same location. That one catches a little more of the plate.
Felix was breezy, 8 up, 8 down. A wedge shot checked up in front, and then things went a little south. 2-2. After that base hit by the pitcher Lamb, a punch shot base hit to left by Hamilton, and a Tyler Holt walk and a 3-1 pitch.
And that was a defensive swing from Votto on a fastball on the outside corner, 92 miles an hour.
Now, your Mariner fans, you know what they want. Chop foul. Votto up on that bat about 2-3 fingers too. He's really shortened it up. Choking up on the bat.
Barely got a piece of that fastball at the bottom of the strike zone, right off the end of the bat.
Could be a big turning point in the game. We're only in the third. 2-2. Again.
This looks like the curveball. Take a look at it. Votto gets a piece of it on the check swing.
Pitch number 8 coming up. Eight up, 8 down, and then the third happened. Two and 2. Right back to him. Caught it cleanly. Third out, inning over. Wow. We'll take it. 1-0 Mariners. Baseball here on Root Sports is brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Mike's Hard Lemonade. Flavor starts here. Please drink responsibly. Let's check in with Jen Mueller back at our Ford Sports Desk. All right, Jen, thank you. Nelson Cruz leads off. 1-0 pitch from Lamb. Here in the fourth, in there for a strike. It'll be Cruz, Dejo Lee, Chris Iannetta, 4, 5, and 6. Here in the fourth inning. No runs on 2 hits, and they left them loaded. Cincinnati home third. Oh, that's off the back of Lamb. That had to hurt. Base hit, Nelson Cruz.
Well, he's shaking it off pretty good. Trainer's coming out of the dugout for the Reds.
Tell you what, as bad as that looked and as much as it hurt, it's better than what we saw Colby Lewis wear last night. He got one off the side of his head.
This is a curveball. 68 miles an hour, and it hits him in the rib cage. Another look at it. Just a screaming line drive.
Oof. Couple warm-up tosses. See feelings there. Looks like he's okay. That's scary, isn't it?
Very.
You said you had a comebacker like that in the minor leagues. Were you
when I hit it?
When you tattooed one?
Yeah, I was in Double-A. It's a scary feeling as a hitter, because the pitcher, when you square one up, and we've been talking about the exit velocities, they can hit the ball extremely hard, and you don't have much of a chance to protect yourself. And that one was at 106, so 106 miles an hour coming back at him.
There's Dejo Lee, rounded out the first. Pulls this one. Oh, gets it by Suarez. Cruz with the play in front of him, digging for third. Here's the play. He's in there safely. Runners at the corners to start the Mariner fourth. That'll be a base hit for Dejo Lee.
He stings it, hits it hard. Take a look at this fastball right down the middle. Reds have had their issues fielding this year. 13th in the National League in fielding. Take a look at the throw as Nelson Cruz will dive in safely.
Brings up Chris Iannetta. Strike one. But Dejo Lee, we don't often see him first pitch swinging. Did a nice job there. That second pitch. That was the second pitch. But early in the count, that's good stuff.
Typically when he's had his starts, it's his first at bat. He'll be really patient, probably wants to get a good look, because as you mentioned, Dave, most of the time that when he's hitting, he's facing a pitcher for the first time. But once he has an idea, he'll get a little more aggressive. I think he's more aggressive too when he's pinch hitting, coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's seen that, right? It's worked out well for him.
I think that's the way you have to do it. That's the way it's taught. Get after it.
On one, Iannetta. He hung one, but it's not deep enough to score Cruz. Duvall throws and hits the cutoff man. And there's one away. Runners at the corners here in the fourth. Boomstick himself, Nelson Cruz, invites all youngsters to the ballpark on Sunday, May 29th. Thanks to Aquafina. That afternoon, kids 14 and under are going to score a pair of wristbands just like the Mariners home run hitter wear. So get your tickets at mariners.com. Franklin Gutierrez robbed by a brilliant play. Second baseman Brandon Phillips took a base hit away from him. Diving grab.
Well, he has the right side of the infield. Votto holding on Lee at first. Brandon Field is playing towards the middle of the diamond, so a big hole on the right side. But you're right, Franklin Gutierrez hit the ball hard his first time up. A one-hop smash that Phillips dove for and was able to make the play. And now a good count for him.
Back end of the second time through against John Lamb. 0-1, a 5.79 ERA. Opponents hitting .316 against him coming into today's game. Mariners have a run on 4 hits. The Martin home run, the difference right now. This one hit a ton. Deep left field, and Goody got one. Wow. 3-run homer, Franklin Gutierrez. Yes, sir. 4-0 Mariners. That's a way to break out of it.
So Nelson Cruz yesterday was at 421 feet. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see where this one goes, because he hit it up over the walkway that Nelson Cruz hit it into. Second home run of the year for Franklin Gutierrez, and some run support for Felix.
Wow.
Well, we talked about it. He was able to get himself into a good count. Here's the fastball right down the middle, and he hits every bit of it. 473 feet. 112 on the exit velocity.
Oh, man. Hey, Mike, we may have to start eating our meals with these guys.
It's fun to watch. I know that. Good for Franklin Gutierrez. Robbed his first time up and comes back with a 3-run homer.
And that you could tell it was sweet off the bat, because he stood there and looked at it.
Which he rarely does. But
right.
I guess if you hit it 473
you're
feet,
allowed.
Yeah, take a peek.
Yeah. Whew. He got killed. 1 and 2 here. Martin hits another one hard. This one's going to stay in the yard, though. Handled by Holt for out number 2. Wow, according to StatCat, only Giancarlo Stanton at 475 has hit a home run longer this year. Way to go, Goot. May 6th home run by Stanton. And that was a 113 on the velocity. Felix and Goody are good buddies. Felix going to want a piece of that action.
Well, we talked about Felix in his grand slam. Since he debuted in 2005, Felix ranked 2nd among American League pitchers with 7 RBIs in interleague play.
Knowing Felix, he wants to be in on the discussion when we talk about hitting when this game is over. 2-1 pitch. Put it in play. Hey, Jesus Jr. throws him out, and that'll do it. Highlight of the inning, let me tell you. 473-foot home run by Franklin Gutierrez. Yeah, sit there and admire it. You earned it. 4-0 Mariners. Yo. And Franklin Gutierrez, 473 feet of upper deck home run. Felix Hernandez, his good buddy, the beneficiary. As we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game.
A couple of turning points. The home run, of course, by Gutierrez. But how about Felix Hernandez with the bases loaded and 2 outs? Misses with a couple of fastballs. 2-0 count. Here's a changeup for you. Get back in the count with another changeup. Now it's 2-2. You can see Votto really choke up on the bat. This is one of the premier hitters in the National League, and Felix just will not give in to him. Here's a curveball with the check swing, and now the changeup again. You can hear his bat break. Soft line drive as Felix is able to field his position and handle it. There are not many pitchers in this league when they're out there up by a run in that situation that are willing to not give in to the hitter. And Felix falls behind 2-0. Changeup to get back in the count and eventually puts him away with the great changeup.
If you're just joining us, Felix retired the first 8 men that he faced. Then gets to the pitcher, John Lamb. He hits a little chopper off the plate that absolutely checked up and died for a base hit. A punch shot Hamilton and a walk loaded him up. Brandon Phillips leading off here in the home 4th. Grounded out the second in his first at bat. It'll get foul. Souvenir for that youngster will be Phillips, Suarez, and Duval 4, 5, and 6 here in the 4th inning. In retiring Votto, that left the bases loaded in the 3rd. All of a sudden, he's just cruising along, and they had to struggle. 23 pitches in the 1st and 2nd innings combined. 28 pitches in the 3rd.
So much fun in this game when you get a couple of premier players going at it in a tough situation, which was what Felix was in. And he ended up winning the battle. But when you watch him, especially on a daily basis, you get a great appreciation for the fact that he will not give in. And we talk about how great his changeup is and his curveball, and it is, and the movement on his fastball and his command and all that stuff is true, but he can also really pitch and competes. Fun to watch.
2-2 here to Phillips. Salute to Armed Forces Day. This is Armed Forces Day, and the Reds wearing camouflage tops in honor of Armed Forces Day. Seager steps into the throw and retires Brandon Phillips. Steady as she goes down at 3rd base. Eugenio Suarez is the next hitter. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Mariners 3-1 on this road trip. Meanwhile, flip side, Cincinnati's lost 5 consecutive games, 8 of 9, and 10 of their last 12. Suarez with Detroit a couple of years ago. One. Mariners with a very impressive 16-7 road record. Good pitch, 1-2.
Felix now at 60 pitches, 39 strikes.
"16 wins on the road, most in the big leagues." Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called, no protest. 4th K, first one looking. 2 away here in the 4th inning. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Jen Mueller and Bill Kruger will have some really good highlights and information about this Mariner ball game here today. That service. Pretty pleased rookie manager.
Adam Duvall stepping in, grounded out to third his first time up.
Adam, the left fielder. One on the count. Mariners get on the board in the second inning. Andes Martin, 8th home run, matching his career best, and a 3-run shot by Gutierrez in the 4th. Second longest home run in the big league so far this season. They dropped that pitch in nicely. 1-2. Comfortable cloudy day, 63 degrees here in Cincinnati, and pitch inside for ball 2. Outfield straightaway for Adam Duvall. 2-2. Felix vying for his 4th win. He's lost 3 times. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. His last 3 outings, he's done so much better job in the walk department. 2 against the Angels, 2 against Tampa Bay, none against Oakland. Started off the season in rough form, 5 against Texas, 6 at the Yankees, but that 6 against the Yankees because he flat wouldn't give in. Wound up winning that ball game in New York. Here's a 2-2.
And another good curveball from him. I thought in the game in New York he did such a good job of not giving into him and pitching away from that short porch in right field.
Yep. You want to put an asterisk next to that 6 for that outing. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Center field for Martin, and a 1-2-3-4. Felix racking up his 4th strikeout. Got a good lead here at 4-0. Top of the order coming up here. First time now for a Geico this date in MLB history. Take you back to the year 2000. Rickey Henderson It's a leadoff homer in his second Mariners start after hitting a leadoff homer the night before in his first Mariners at bat. Mike, you had the pleasure of playing with the greatest base stealer of all time.
Scored a lot of runs in his career.
Knocked down by Suarez, and the good speed of Marte beats it out. Base hit. Good start to the fifth.
Suarez playing even with the bag at third. Bounces it off the plate, jumps up, goes off the end of his glove. And too much speed. By the time he recovers, Marte beats it out.
Here's Kyle Seager. Base hit to center and a ground out to Joey Votto. Marte, base stealing threat. He's 3 out of 5. Martin, the team leader in stolen bases. He's 7 out of 10.
Watching Lamb and his move, throwing over a couple of different times, not just to Marte, but earlier in the ball game. I would say he has above average move to first. And it was interesting watching Marte the first time that he threw over there and he dove back in. He basically had what is called a one-way lead. He just wanted to take a look, but he was able to get back easily. Casey Candel, who I've talked to about this, he said when you're doing that in the one-way lead, he wants him to get a bigger lead in those situations because they're not trying to steal. Get a chance to take a look at his move and you're going to get back easily. It's one of the things Ricky Henderson was famous for. He used to talk about that to me all the time. He said he'd get out there as far as he possibly could, knowing he was going to be diving back in because he wanted to take a look at their move. And then once he had it, he wouldn't take quite as big a lead, but get a much better jump.
It was special. No question about it. And with a lot of pop too to lead off a ball game, as we talked about in that look back to 2000.
I don't remember the exact number. I think it was 78 leadoff home runs, something in that neighborhood.
Right. Strike to Kyle. Couple of big home runs today for the Mariners. Martin, a solo blast. Gutierrez, a 3-run shot. Here's one at the left center field. Cruising back is Duvall. Makes the catch. Be on the air tomorrow morning, 9:30 Seattle time, CenturyLink. What's next? The series finale. Wade Miley against Alfredo Simon. And Miley living up to his rep, an innings eater who throws a lot of strikes.
He's really been dialing it in lately. A really good outing against the Orioles, and Camden Yards not an easy place to pitch. Tough lineup too.
A bunch of home runs last night in Anaheim to beat the Angels. Davis, Machado, and Trumbo went yard last night. Here's Robbie Cano. First 2 times up, he was behind in the count early, worked it to a full count. First time up he walked, second time he flied to center. Quick snap throw. Oakland hosting the Yankees, trailing 4-0, bottom 5. Runner goes. Here's a throw down to second. Safe. Stolen base. Ketel Marte, his 4th.
Picks the right pitch, off speed pitch, down in the zone. Pretty good pick by the shortstop De Jesus as he dives in.
Marte may have hurt himself.
The Reds are holding up play, and now they're going to say go ahead. So that'll be a stolen base.
Shaking it off. You know, the leader in runs batted in the major leagues. And Phillips playing short right field against Robbie. Heading to count 2-0 for the first time. Three 3-0. Nelson Cruz on deck. .30 count. And ball 4 to Robbie Cano. 1 out, 2 on for Nelson Cruz. Second walk issued, both to Cano.
Nelson Cruz in his last at bat ended up getting a curveball about 67 miles an hour, and he hit a line drive off the back of the pitcher Lamb. Ended up going out towards right field. That's how he picked up a base hit. Of course, Cruz hit the home run in last night's ball game.
He said that exit velo on the ball, the comeback was 106.
Yeah.
Ball 1. It's got to come to him. Inning started with a chopper to third off the bat of Marte. Beat it out for base hit. Seager flied out to left center. 4-pitch walk to Cano. 2-0. Daeho Lee's on deck. Cruz with a master blast last night. Pitching coach going to come out for a quick visit. Mark Riggins. And some action. Steve Delabar, former Mariner, warming up.
And he looks like he's just starting to get loose. Lamb really working hard to try to pitch on the edges, but he's missing. The Mariners is a pretty good hitters counts. 2-0. That was the same count that Gutierrez had. He ended up getting a fastball in the middle of the plate. And if you missed it, hit it 473 feet.
Trust me, we'll replay it several times for you. You don't have to call in. We got you covered.
Came back with a changeup.
Yeah, Goody's blast was second only to Giancarlo Stanton's 475er back on May 6th. 2 longest home runs in the big so far. 2-1 to Nelly. 2-2. Strike 3 call. Oh man, he soft served him on that one. 2 down.
A couple of change-ups and then gets him out on the curveball. 66 miles an hour.
Second strikeout for Lamb. Question: are you the ultimate Northwest fan in the state of Oregon? Then Root Sports, looking for you throughout the month of May. Submit a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan, and you could win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. Presented by Country Financial. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. 0-1 to Daeho Lee. Hard hit single to left. Last time up, scored on the Goody 3-run homer. Runner goes to third, and stolen base for Marte. Standing up It's his 5th. One count to Lee.
Well, after the visit from the pitching coach, he's thrown 6 pitches, not 1 fastball. 2 changeups in the curveball to Cruz. Curveball, changeup here to Dae-Ho Lee.
1-2. Good foul.
67 miles an hour on that curveball.
Felix Hernandez in charge today. 2-hit shutout through 4. Got through a bases loaded situation in the 3rd. Martin a solo home run. Gutierrez a 3-run shot. 2-2 to Dae-Ho Lee. 5th batter here in the 5th inning. Runners at the corners here for the Mariners. Full count. He's gotten his secondary stuff over here this inning. Is he coming back with something like that here?
I think he'd probably go with his changeup.
Big foul. Cano was on the move. 2 outs and a 3-2 count.
Late swing on the fastball. I think Dae-Ho Lee was thinking the same thing. Off speed pitch, whether it was changeup or his curveball.
3-2 to Lee. Fought it off again. Ninth pitch of this at bat. Got it off the fist to Jesus. Throw out Dae-Ho Lee. Mariners threaten, don't score. Strand 2. Go to the home 5th in Cincinnati. The Kings got a 4-0 lead. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports is brought to you by Shag, where your friends live, and by Paint Your Wagon, playing June 2nd to the 25th. Tickets at fifthavenue.org. Good to be with you. Saturday afternoon baseball from Cincinnati. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Root Sports crew at the Great American Ballpark with the Mariners. Couple of home runs today. Landis Martin, solo shot. Franklin Gutierrez, a 3-run upper deck. I'm telling you, it's worth the price of admission. He had a 3-run homer.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, Marte ended up hurting himself, so he's out of the game. Sean O'Malley going to take over at shortstop, and we'll take a look at him stealing at second base. And we saw him, I think it was his thumb, he was bothering him after he was safe stealing the base. Couple stolen bases in the game for him, but he was certainly uncomfortable. And when he came in off the field, Scott Service took him out of the game and put O'Malley in. So hopefully he's going to be okay, but not sure. Now there you go. You can see him shaking that left hand, and it looks like it is his thumb. So Sean O'Malley taking over at short.
Felix to face 7, 8, 9, bottom third of the order. Ivan De Jesus Jr., Tucker Barnhart, more than likely a pinch hitter. De Jesus, a strikeout victim, 3 pitches. Led off the third inning. Felix with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk so far today. Good pitch, 1-2. Bounced up there for ball 2, 2-2. Felix trying to beat Cincinnati for the second time. Beat him back in June of 2010. Safeco Field.
He was able to strike De Jesus out on his curveball.
Seager off his glove. That'd be a base hit. Felix in interleague starts. Team record outstanding. So is his personal record. The ERA 282. Opponents hitting just 239, and the strikeout walk ratio, Mike, really good.
Again, I think when you have one of the premier pitchers in the game and he's facing a lineup for the first time, I think the advantages go to Felix. They're going to have to work their way through the lineup 2 or 3 times before they get a feel for what he's going to do. And those numbers, I think, say that, along with the stuff that he has and what he brings to the table. Difficult for an opposing team.
Tucker Barnhart, the catcher, fouling one off. Rounded out to Daeho Lee his first time. So we look forward to getting a report on the hand injury to Ketel Marte. There's Cano. So O'Malley gets a touch here. Nice turn. Double play. 2 down.
We'll take a look at it. The thing I like about this is how quickly Cano gets the ball to O'Malley, who just came into the game, and throws him a strike. O'Malley with a strong throwing arm. Easy turn once he gets it because the runner wasn't anywhere near him, but because of the play by Cano.
And again, Cano makes it look so easy with a pirouette and a throw right on the money.
Talked about it earlier, Felix's changeup, and when he needs a ground ball, 74% on the changeup. That is a great number for him.
Sure is. Slammed the pitchers indeed at the plate, and he's ahead 2-0. Got a chopper off the plate that checked up a few feet onto the grass in front of home plate for a base hit. First of the day for Cincinnati.
Barnhart grounding into that double play. It was on the changeup.
Mariners hit 1 double play last night. Another chopper. This one goes foul. 2-2. Top of 6th. A's trailing at home to the Yankees 4-1. Felix did not want to go 3-2 to the pitcher. Billy Hamilton, the leadoff man's on deck. And Boston Ball Club scoring runs again. The Red Sox have a 4-0 lead at Fenway over Cleveland. Here, Felix had his first 3-2 count of the day. Walked Holt on a 3-1 pitch. And now he walks the opposing pitcher. Not what he had in mind, prolonging the inning.
Yeah, and adding to his pitch count. Felix at 83 pitches now. Back to the leadoff hitter Hamilton, his third time up. He's 1 for 2 at a base hit in the left field his last time up. Third inning hurt his pitch count. You can see 28 pitches in the third.
Ball 1 to Hamilton. Outfield not deep for Hamilton. And he dumps one, splitting the difference between Martin and the shortstop O'Malley. His second hit.
That will bring up Tyler Holt, 0 for 1. Flew out to center field, walked in the third. Tyler Holt in the ball game. Jay Bruce, the everyday right fielder, a late scratch. Put Holt in.
Now 10 extra pitches after 2 out walks and counting. There you go. From Mel Stoudemire Jr. keeping track of that. Ready to pull some hair out. Fly to center and a walk for Holt. Felix on the day, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Seem to have lost a little feel here, 2-0. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 4 left by the Mariners. No runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 men left by the Cincinnati Reds. Three and 0. Joey Votto's on deck, 0 for 2. Felix won a major battle with him for the 3rd out with the bases loaded in the 3rd. 3-0 to Holt. 4-0, not close. So the bases are loaded. You're going to bring the tying run to the plate. 3rd walk, 2nd time he's walked Holt. We had plenty of drama in the 3rd. Chapter 2 starts right here.
Same situation, same base runners, and now the same hitter. Mel Stoudemire out of the mound. Felix definitely lost the feel. A couple of walks here in the inning. Had just 1 walk in the game. Now 3. Including walking the pitcher.
Inning started with DeJesus with hard hit ground ball off the glove of Seager for a base hit, double play, and he was looking pretty good. 3-2 walk to the pitcher, who was ahead in the count, and then got behind and walked Lamb. Gives up a base hit to Hamilton and then walks Holt.
Been able to retire Votto a couple of times on his changeup. A strikeout with a changeup, and then a broken back soft line drive right back to Felix on the change.
That ended an 8-pitch at bat. There's a strike. Joey caught in between.
I like that he started him with the curveball. Felix missing with the fastball, is able to throw the curveball over for a strike.
0-1. 0-2.
That's the changeup again. And a well-located changeup. Circle change from Felix. You can see the movement. Bottom falling out of it.
Lotto back in the box. Felix desperately wants to end it right here. Pitch. Ball 1. Reds threatening with 2 outs here in the 5th. Mariners up 4-0. 1-2 pitch to Joey Votto. Ball 2. Pitcher John Lamb, he's at 3rd. Billy Hamilton at 2nd. Tyler Holt at 1st with 2 outs here in the Cincinnati home 5th. 4-0 Mariners. Huge pitch. 2-2 to Joey Votto. Ground ball. Day-Ho Lee will take it. Flip to Felix. Inning over. 3 more stranded. He pitches out of trouble again. Wow. Mariners have a 4-0 lead. Jen, thank you very much. Folks watching in Boston, I like it. Chris Iannetta leads off here in the 6th. Two 2-0 to Chris will be followed by Franklin Gutierrez and Leonys Martin. How about the Great Escape Part 2 by Felix Hernandez?
Again, against one of the best hitters in the National League. Felix able to put him away a couple of times with the bases loaded. And he was going right to his changeup again, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, really. Iannetta 0 for 2. Ground out the first, fly to left. Gobbled up by DeJesus Jr. One away. Let's revisit the home run by Franklin Gutierrez, our Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Money's worth.
Might be my favorite moment of the year.
Look at that.
I mean, 473 feet.
Second only to the Marlins. Giancarlo Stanton's 475 back on May 6th. The 2 longest home runs in the big league so far this season.
And the best news, it was a 3-run home run, so some run support for Felix.
Martin had put Felix and the Mariners on the board with a solo blast in the second. That was such a sweet swing Goody put on it. Previous home run was May 10th against Tampa Bay. Two and one. That game against Tampa Bay, Mariners won 6-4. Behind Wade Miley was a 2-run shot for Goody on a 3-1 pitch against Drew Smiley.
And another good count for him. It was 2-0 when he hit the home run. Now 3-1.
And we were talking about him shaping up, making sure he's hitting the ball with power to right center, and he goes upper tank, left field. Oh, he's hot. Oh. He is hot. Don't forget, he hit the ball hard first time up, and Phillips made a brilliant play on him to take a base hit away.
It's like a cut fastball. Leaves it out over the plate, and he hits it hard back up the middle.
Boy, he had good balance, good rhythm. Bottom third, nice contributions. That's pitch number 100 for John Lamb. Martin using a heavier bat borrowed from Nelson Cruz. Homered in Baltimore with it. Homered earlier in this game. One.
He tried to get another one with a high fastball. It's in the middle of the plate, but at the top of the strike zone.
I was asking him, I said, you're shortening up a lot on the bat, especially when he gets behind. He's choked up on the bat a little bit. Good changeup again. That's a real calling card for Lamb. So let's revisit the home run. 1-1 pitch back in the second, Mike.
And this is a screaming line drive on a fastball. Inner half. 8 home runs on the year.
Exit velocity 108 miles per hour. Launch angle just 18 degrees.
8 home runs on the year. That ties a career high for him.
And it's May 21. I like it. 2-2.
Career high for pitches for Lamb is 112. He's at 104 now.
One out, one on. 3-2 pitch to Martin. And he's aboard with a walk. And the bunt is in order for Mr. Hernandez, unless they just let him swing wild up there. Let's see. Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Mariners up a game and a half on Texas. And the Angels 5.5. We're going to see the Rangers June 3, 4, and 5 down in Arlington. That'll complete a short road trip of 5 games. Goody just back. That walk by Lamb is third. He walked Cano twice. Felix ground out to short and a ground out to second.
And the corners are really crashing hard on Felix. Oh, good bunt.
Well done. Sacrifice 1-4. Runners move up 2 outs.
Talked about the corners crashing on it, but he's able to deaden it. Bunts it right back out towards the pitcher, but deadens it enough so the runners can move up. Nice easy jog for Felix. Sean O'Malley going to get his first at bat again. Ketel Marte had started, stole second base. It appeared he did something to his hand, and then ended up coming out of the ball game. So O'Malley now at shortstop in the leadoff spot.
1 for 4 since being recalled. Since coming up last week, Sean shaved his beard. 1-1. O'Malley last year a .262 hitter in 24 games for the Mariners. 1 homer and 7 runs batted in. Couple of men aboard for him. 2 balls, 1 strike. Goody and Martin aboard. Speed's the least of your worries. 2-2. See if O'Malley can find some space out there. Struck him out. Pitch has been a good one for young John Lamb, his 3rd K. Mariners strand 2 in the 6th, but lead 4-0. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports, being brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo only at Jack in the Box. Good look at the Ohio River and looking into the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Mariners lead at 4-0 behind Felix Hernandez, who's escaped 2 huge innings. Bases loaded in the 3rd, bases loaded in the 5th. He retired Joey Votto both times. On the day, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks for the King. Brandon Phillips leads off here in the bottom of the 6th.
Felix now at 95 pitches. Scott Service would love for Felix to finish this inning. Get through 6 if he can.
Phillips, Suarez, and Duvall 4, 5, and 6 for the Reds. Phillips is grounded out the 2nd and 3rd. And he's going to have a foul ball here. 0-2. Looking forward to getting home and see you out at Safeco Field. You got a first place ball club on your hands. A lot of fun. And And they're playing some outstanding baseball. Oakland comes in for 3 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, followed by the Twins for 3 over the weekend, and then San Diego for 2. Franklin Gutierrez having a heck of a day. 3-run homer and a base hit, and allowed out in the first inning. Seager playing the hop. Nice stretch by Dae-Ho Lee, 1 away. Kept Phillips quiet. 3 groundouts today. CenturyLink, what's next? Here's your matchup for tomorrow. Wade Miley facing Alfredo Simon tomorrow. Wade's been throwing the ball really well for the Mariners. Here's Suarez. Eugenio Suarez. Three defenders left side in the infield for the Mariners. Hit hard, foul. Strike 1.
Next pitch for Felix will be 100. His season high. Back on April 29th against Kansas City, he threw 115 pitches.
Here's the 1-1. Getting way out front. He just got a piece of that. Bit of scoring change. Dae-Ho Lee in the 4th has been changed to an E5. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Felix with his 5th K, the 3rd time he's gotten Suarez, twice swinging, once looking. 2 outs here in the 6th, and brings up Adam Duvall, the left fielder. Enjoy great Mariners baseball and a great deal when you head to Safeco Field Tuesday, June 7th. First 11,500 fans are going to receive a voucher good for up to half off 2 tickets on Alaska Airlines. Some restrictions do apply. Log on to mariners.com/Alaska Air for details. Duvall 0 for 2, lined out to centers last time. Oh, 1. Felix a strike away from going 1, 2, 3. Here in the 6th.
It still has a good fastball. Fastball's been 91 to 93 miles an hour.
Popped up Cano, backing up, calling everybody off. Shoulder side catch. There it is. It's a 1, 2, 3 inning. His 4th of its kind today. in Cincinnati. And great news, Sound Transit's new Link Light Rail stations on Capitol Hill and at the UW are now open. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org.
And we'll take a look at John Lamb for the day. 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 111 pitches. Former Mariners, Steve Delabar going to take over. 6 appearances on the year for him. High ERA, 7.71 ERA. 9 strikeouts, 9 walks in 7 innings. Opponents hitting 192. Has given up 1 home run.
Bullpen has not been good for the Reds this year. Kyle Seager leads off. Seager, Cano, and Cruz 2, 3, and 4. Kyle today 1 for 3, first inning single. Big blows today. A home run by Martin in the first and a 3-run jack by Gutierrez. That was in the 4th inning. Martin in the first, Goody in the 4th. High fly ball right field. Drifting back is Holt on the track. Make the catch.
Talked a lot about the Cincinnati Reds and the struggles that they have had. You can see the innings that they've pitched. 126 runs and 155 2/3 for them. ERA pushing 7. 91 walks. Gave up 5 runs or more 8 times this year, including last night when they gave up 7 to the Mariners.
Here's Cano, 0 for 1, 2 walks. Robbie hits it hard down the left field line, and it gets fouled. And there's the King's Court down there. There you go. Nice contingent of Mariner fans dressed for a happy Felix Day. Get to waving everybody back home. We see you. Way to go, boys. This one hit to Phillips. 2 down.
I like the effort that those guys put into this one. Sitting in the right section, have their shirts on, and everybody has the crown and having a good time out there.
Good call.
That's great.
Good call. It must have been strange when they called up for tickets and no, we gotta have them here. No, we have other shit. No, we have to have them here. Nelson Cruz. Reached on a fielder's choice. Had a hard comebacker off the starter John Lamb in the 4th and struck out looking on an off-speed pitch in the 5th.
Yeah, it looks like Nuno going to take over for Felix.
Six innings of 4-hit shutout ball for Felix. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Nelly way late. 1 and 2. Felix had 3 plate appearances, ground out to second, 1 to short, and he did get a bunt down, moved the runners up in the 6th. Left thumb sprain rather for Marte. Two pitch. No doubt Rick Griffin and company will be working on that sprained thumb. Get it back in working order. 3-2 here to Nelly. And he's aboard. The walk from Steve Delabar, the former Mariner. 2 outs, 1 on here in the 7th. Make sure you tune in every Sunday for a new episode of Mariners All Access. Get exclusive player interviews, behind the scenes footage, and Mariners stories you can't find anywhere else. So if you missed tomorrow's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. Dae-Ho Lee. Official score changed that 4th inning base hit to an E5. He did score in front of Goody in a 3-run homer. Oh, 2 pitch. Strike him out. Nothing across 4. The Mariners in the 7th will stretch here in Cincinnati. Mariners have a 4-0 lead. Vidal Nuno will take over. If you had Washington's lottery mobile app, this break in the action would be the perfect time to check winning numbers. Play today as you look at Great American Ballparks. The time-lapse video filling up here today. Mariners enjoying a 4-0 lead, bottom of the 7th. Lennox Martin with a 2nd inning home run, a 3-run shot by Gutierrez in the 4th. Felix Hernandez, 6 innings today, and Mike, 2 of the better escapes we've seen all season.
A couple of times with 2 outs, bases loaded. Joey Votto at the plate. He was able to retire him, but you take a look at the numbers. 6 innings, 4 hits. Did not give up a run today. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 104 pitches. Had an excellent changeup and curveball to go today. I thought his fastball command was really good. Kept the ball on the ground, important in this ballpark. Good outing for Felix. Vidal Nuno going to take over.
Vidal gets the bottom 3rd of the order. Strike 1 to Ivan De Jesus Jr.
Nuno has pitched well for the Mariners. A 1.38 ERA. Opponents hitting .224.
Fly ball, right center field, long run. Martin on the track, makes the catch. Well done.
Really get the sense that if the ball is going to stay in the ballpark, that he typically is going to catch it. You see him shading towards left center. This is out towards right center. He'll take him right up against the fence. Takes a quick peek to where the wall is, catches it, and embraces himself. Right in the webbing.
O'Malley. Nice throw. Good play to retire Barnhart. Quick 2 outs.
Jordan Pacheco is going to pinch hit for Delabar, the pitcher.
Jordan Pacheco has entered the game and pinch hitting for the pitcher Steve Delabar. Pacheco, a 90 hitter. There's his pinch hitting numbers. Well, we're certainly not surprised at the efficiency of Vidal Nuno. He had some good stretches out of the pen last year. One and one. Two balls, one strike. There's Mr. Diaz. Jumbo Diaz gave up a jumbo home run. Nelson Cruz last night. Back with a strike. Also gave up a home run to Daeho Lee. Quick 2 outs, now full count here to Pacheco. Billy Hamilton, the leadoff man's on deck. Reds have stranded 6 today. The Mariners 7. Not only did they get the home runs, but they were tremendous home runs. Martine's home run, 108 miles an hour exit velocity, and Goody's carried 473 feet. Strike 3 call. Nuno, very effective here in the 7th. A 1-2-3 frame, 4-0 Mariners. night for Mr. Jumbo Diaz last night. Forever known as Jumbo this home run by Mr. Cruz.
About 107 on the exit velocity as he jumps all over this fastball. Hits it 421 feet into the upper deck for Nelson Cruz, his 9th home run of the season and his 250th of his career. Nice milestone.
There's Chris Iannetta to lead off.
For Diaz on the year, 10 appearances, ERA right at 7. 9 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks. Opponents hitting .294. He's given up 5 home runs. Good fastball, mid to upper 90s.
The 0-1 Iannetta. Swing and a miss.
96 on that fastball.
Chris 0 for 3 today. Jose Rafael Diaz. You know he's got a great sense of humor since he goes by the nickname of Jumbo. He is, I get it. To walk around with that moniker, he's got a good sense of humor. Why not? Two and 2 to Iannetta, followed by Guti and Martin. High pop. It will reach the stands. Two balls, 2 strikes. 96 miles an hour fouled back.
He's been fairly consistent with his fastball, all of them at 96.
Full count.
This will be the 8th pitch. See that last pitch missing down.
Three balls, 2 strikes to Iannetta. Takes for ball 4. That brings up Franklin Gutierrez, the man aboard here in the 8th. Follow Mariner Baseball with the MLB.com at-bat app. Stay up to the moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Strike 1 to Franklin.
Franklin, the hitting star for the Mariners, a 3-run home run. If you missed it, easily the longest home run by a Mariner this year, 473 feet. Well back into the upper deck and left.
Here's the 0-1. Ball 1, 1-1.
Right above that walkway.
Above the 3rd K. Right about where she's standing.
Yeah, right about there.
Prodigious. Not like he broke his bat in this high pop. Phillips is under it. He caught that behind his head. Did you see that?
I did. Take another look at the home run that Franklin Gutierrez hit. The time the Mariners up 1-0. Couple of men on. He gets to a 2-0 count and hits this ball 473 feet. His 2nd home run of the year. Also picked up a base hit, 2 for 4 so far on the afternoon.
One out, one on. Felix Martin. Home run in the second, fly to right in the fourth, walk in the sixth. Gets away and Ionetta gets the second base standing up.
That'll be a wild pitch.
So wild pitches you check out. Hitters 7 through 9 this season. A lot of good work.
Something we talked about, the length of the lineup and no easy outs, and by those numbers you can see it. 17 home runs, 29 extra base hits, 44 RBI, 7 through 9 hitters.
Chance to pick up another run here. 2-0. Martin way ahead now, 3-0. Dal Nuno's on deck. Four-pitch walk. 2 on.
He'll go back to the dugout. Seth Smith going to pinch hit for Nuno. So Scott Service trying to get a few extra runs.
Jumbo's got the good fastball. Smitty likes the good fastball, so we'll see what happens here.
He's had a good career pinch hitting. You can see the .304 average with 8 home runs.
Another appearance by Mark Riggins. Mark, the pitching coach, as Seth makes his way to the plate. Seth got the start in last night's game in left field, went 1 for 4. Bases loaded walk. Drove in a run, 7th inning. Good setup here with 2 on, 1 out. Strike 1.
Reds are playing straight up in the outfield and the infield. Hamilton, the center fielder, a couple of steps shading towards right center.
Mariners haven't scored since Goody's homer in the 4th inning. Long chase, Suarez, no play. Job by the ball girl to get out of the way. Good opportunity here. Tack some runs on in the 8th. 0-2 here to Seth. Takes ball 1. Jumbo Diaz an inning last night, 2 hits, 2 runs, and a strikeout. 1-2 to Seth. Mike Montgomery heating up.
He has also pitched well out of the Mariners pen. Mike been a starter throughout his career. First time pitching out of the bullpen, and I think he's done a pretty good job of it.
That he has. 1-2. Two balls, two strikes. Jumbo ready. 2-2 pitch coming. Bouncing ball to Phillips. Take the out at first. Runners move up. So 2 outs. Sean O'Malley will have a chance to pick up some runs here. Watch the Mariners take batting practice with Mariners team president Kevin Mather right behind the batting cage. Save the date, June 1. And you could bid on auction items like this during the Mariners Care Charity Night. All proceeds benefit Mariners Care. O'Malley had a couple of men aboard in the 6th. Struck out to end the inning. He took over for Marte down the line, foul.
Pretty good footwork by Iannetta.
Yes, sir. Took over for Marte, sprained his left thumb. Pitch to O'Malley. Fouled off again. Sean took over, bottom of the 5th. Looking for his first RBIs of the season. Way outside. Nice save by Barnhart.
He is throwing a lot of pitches. This next pitch will be 25 for him. 24 pitches, 12 strikes.
On 2 strikes, pitch. Fouled off. Sean not taking any chances. Mariners can win this game. They're going to go to 4-1 on the road trip. Spiked. 2-2. Two and two. Almost hitting. Mike Hampton watching the action. Mike Montgomery ready to go.
O'Malley can reach. Kyle Seager waiting on deck.
3-2 from Jumbo Diaz. Right at Billy Hamilton. That'll do it. Mariners strand 2 more. They've stranded in the last 4 innings 2, 4, 6, 7 runners. Lead at 4-0. Mike Montgomery will take over. portion of the ballpark down near the foul pole. Happy Felix Day.
And Felix was in command today. Really good stuff, especially to start the game, retiring the first 8 batters. First hit was an infield hit by the pitcher, a little number out in front of the plate, but you see the good curveball from Felix. Of course, the changeup. His fastball command was excellent. There's another changeup to pick up a strikeout. Felix with 5 strikeouts in the game, but he ended up going 6 innings, 4 hits. Did not allow a run. He did have the 3 walks through 104 pitches.
New pitcher for the Mariners, their 3rd of the afternoon. It's going to be Mike Montgomery. Solid last night.
15 appearances for Mike. ERA under 2 now at a 1.99. 17 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 22 2/3. Opponents hitting 187. Been consistent with his fastball this year. He's been 94, 95 miles an hour. Billy Hamilton going to lead off for the Reds. Kyle Seager in at 3rd.
Bouncing ball to O'Malley. One away. Monty in a similar situation last night. 7th inning, he went ground ball, base hit, double play, inning over. Salute the Kids Night is set for Saturday, May 28th. Mariners and Boeing are celebrating our youngest fans by giving away free Robinson Cano t-shirts to all kids 14 and under. Pick up tickets for the entire family now at mariners.com. Tyler Holt, fly out to center, 2 walks. Mike Montgomery has changed his game. Boy, he comes in now as a believer, pounding some strikes.
I mean, he's basically turned into a 1-pitch pitcher. Here's 95. See if you can hit it. He has a good curveball and changeup. He'll also cut it in on your hands. And he's just been getting after, being aggressive.
Two and 1. Mariners for the run in the 2nd. Line drive home run over the right field fence by Leonys Martin. Monster home run by Franklin Gutierrez, a 3-run shot in the 4th inning, accounting for the runs.
.96 on that last fastball, missed with it down.
Felix escaping bases loaded situations, beating Joey Votto twice. Huge turning points in this game. O'Malley gets another friendly hop. 2 outs. Let's go back to Joey Votto, 3rd inning. Bases loaded here, Mike. This was impressive. Going to be a big difference in the game.
Yeah, give you a good idea of Felix and just how tough he is. Going to miss with a fastball, falls behind 2-0, comes back with the great changeup, gets Votto to chase it, another changeup to get back in the count at 2-2, and then he really starts to work. A good fastball at 93. There's another one. Then he's going to come back with a curveball, check swing, eventually puts him away with a changeup, hits it off the end of the bat, soft line drive, right back at Felix, which he was able to handle.
8-pitch at bat. What a battle. 1-0 here to Votto. Good heater. 1-1. Joey struck out. Showed you the soft comebacker to Felix and grounded out the Dejo lead. He flipped the Felix for the out. He's 0 for 3. One and 2.
For Montgomery, he's thrown 9 pitches, all of them fastballs.
1-2 pitch to Votto.
Like a changeup.
I don't want the premier hitters in the National League off to just an atrocious start. Took a lot off and struck him out. Tagged by Iannetta. Mike Montgomery comes in and just deals in the 8th. 1-2-3. Mariners lead at 4-0. American Ballpark in Cincinnati, middle game of a 3-game set. Make sure you join the Seattle Seahawks, Jermaine Kearse, John Ryan, Cooper Helfet, and more special guests at the All-Star Softball Classic at Safeco Field tomorrow at 3 p.m. Your ticket's going to help at-risk youth win the battle for their future. Grab your All-Star Classic tickets right now at uwkc.org. Kids under 14, get in for free. New pitcher Ross Ollendorf, a Princeton guy.
I think you're going to like his windup, Dave.
Yeah, I remember from a couple of years ago, Rick Riz should give Rick the high sign. We're actually going to see an old school pump windup. Oh my goodness, he's got to be easily the only guy doing it in the major leagues right now. Strike one to Kyle Seager. 1 for 4 on the day.
Reds have the shift on with Kyle hitting.
Reaches out, pops it up. Long run by the shortstop to Jesus. He's there. Feels like I'm watching an old black and white film. The last guy I remember the full windup. Remember Paul Bird back in 07. Cleveland Indians. In the game that cost us many a day back in 07. 2 extra trips to Cleveland. Snowed out during Masters Week. It was the only thing we got out of that week. That weekend,
that was it.
We got to watch the Masters. Almost. It felt like all 72 holes. Here's Cano.
Well, it didn't feel like it to me. I saw all 72 holes, and I can't remember the last time I was able to do that.
Full windup, old school. Ross Ollendorf.
Robbie with a couple of walks, looking for his first hit.
And it's interesting when you watch his windup, he has the ball in the glove, and a windup. Look at his hand go back, and then he grabs it in the glove. One. Yeah, there's the ball. See. Whatever it takes. Ollendorf from Princeton, like Chris Young, former Mariner, now with Kansas City. Top of the ninth, Mariners 4-0. Mariner home run powered today. Martina solo shot, and Goody 3-run homer. Checking with Tony Randazzo, wants to know what the count is. 2-2. Phillips in short right field, defending against Cano. Foul off. Reds in the bottom of the ninth will have 4, 5, and 6 coming up in the order. 2-2 to Robbie Cano. High pop's going to get well out of play.
This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat.
Joel Peralta. Pitch in the ninth for the Mariners. Finished up in last night's ball game. Two pitch to Cano. Hit hard right to Votto. Two outs. Going to bring up Nelson Cruz. is 1 for 3, runs scored, and a walk. Cruz 0 for 2 against Ollendorf.
Outfielders straight up and deep.
Another thing that's interesting when you watch Ollendorf work, reminds you of Houston Street, the way his foot slides across the rubber. Houston Street, the closer for the Angels.
The only difference is he slides it across and then puts it back where he started. Houston barely touches the rubber, if he's touching it at all.
Good point. One and one to Cruz. One and one to Nelson Cruz. 2 outs. Fastball at 95 off the plate. Up high. 3 and 1. Jammed him. De Jesus has got it. Mariners are gone in the 9th. Phillips, Suarez, Dubal coming up. We're going to see Joel Peralta in to put a wrap on things here in Cincinnati. Well, Peralta for the 9th inning. Saw him last night. Gave up a hit, got a strikeout. Wrapped things up an 8-3 Mariner win.
20 appearances on the year, 1-0 record, ERA at a 4.67. 23 strikeouts and 17 1/3. He's only walked 5 batters. Opponent's hitting .242. Fastball right around 90 miles an hour. Also mix in a curveball, a split, occasional slider.
He's got 4, 5, and 6 in the order coming up. Brendan Phillips, Eugenio Suarez, and Adam Duvall. Home runs, rule of the day for the Mariners. Martin and Goody. Sun breaking out a little bit here. First pitch fouled back. Brandon Phillips today. 3 groundouts. 1 to Cano, 2 to Seager. High pop. Cano, shoulder side. There's your out. Bring him Suarez. He's 0 for 3. Struck out swinging, looking, and swinging. Three defenders left side in the infield. Ball 1. There's a strike. Peralta, 2-1. Infield tilted left, outfield tilted right. There you go. Bounce foul.
A couple of slow curveballs from Peralta. Fastball today has been 88 to 90.
Reaches out. Liner caught by Goody. 2 down.
I was wondering where he was going to quick pitch somebody.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Had to mix that one in. And it worked. Easy fly ball to left.
2 outs here in the 9th, 4-0. Mariners. Here's Adam Duvall. Last hope here for Cincinnati. Duvall 0 for 3. Rounded out the third, lined out the center, and popped up to second base. There's Goody to his left, going hard. He's there, makes a catch, and that'll do it. Mariners win it 4-0. They take another series. They're now 17-7 on the road, 7-0-1 in series. Overall, road series, overall 10-3-1 in series. What a run they're on right now.
Playing some really good baseball. And good day for Franklin Gutierrez. A 3-run home run, giving some run support to Felix Hernandez, who Felix wins his 4th ball game on the year. For Gutierrez again at home run, 473 feet. And the Mariners a chance for the sweep tomorrow with Wade Miley on the mound.
Mariner pitching holds Cincinnati hitless the last 4.